Okay, here we are. Okay, I don't want to run that too much because that's just the top end with some lubrication, but I did want to work it around. No more dry mechanical parts. I'll probably use a drop right there in that, just a drop there with the presser foot. There, I got it. Kind of a weird area to get oil too, especially when you've got one hand free. More than likely. Yeah, let's get a little bit of that back off of there. Yes, I use Q-tips. Yes, I'm careful not to get the lint everywhere. Okay. Yeah, I just cleaned lint out of this machine. The last thing I want to do is add lint back to it. This little groove right here is really dirty. Just while I've got this already dirty Q-tip, I'll just go ahead and pick up any goobers that I see. Might as well utilize the Q-tip that way. Okay. I am going to pause the video again for just a moment. I'm going to take this piece really quick and actually take it into the kitchen sink. It's plastic. Wash it down before I pop it back on top. Same with this front piece. Just wash it down in the kitchen sink, dry it and pop it back on here, and then we will take a look at the underneath side of this machine. Okay, so we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. That was quick, wasn't it? The magic of video. All right. So I use a very special process for cleaning these pieces. It's called Ajax. Ajax. I can't say that word today. I get that way sometimes. I'm so stupid like that. Dish soap. And one of those little you fill them up with soap, little scrubby things that you do dishes with. Yep. I recommend that is the only way you clean pieces like this, because if you don't, I mean, you could do something really bad to your machine. Okay, I had to say that. All right, I'm being a little snotty, maybe a little facetious, but you know, I can be that way sometimes. Then I didn't put the little thing in my sink, and I just about had an escapee spool pin down the drain. I like caught it between my pinky and my ring finger just as it was headed. Yeah. Then I would have had to take the sink apart and get in the P-trap and get this thing out. That's if it would have stayed there, because it probably floats. Probably would have just right out of the P-trap and on down the drain. That would have been extremely disappointing. Alright, that was a little bit dramatic, but that probably would have happened. Alrighty then. Let's take a look here. I did put a tiny drop of oil just underneath the moving portions there, and I took a Q-tip with a little bit of oil and just rubbed it over the surfaces in here where this is gliding back and forth. I don't want to have some heavy-duty amount of oil there. I do want to have this lovely tape goop removed off of there. I hate that. That drives me absolutely crazy. Just, ooh, I hate that. Every time I get a machine that has that tape on it, I just want to scream. And I don't know, sometimes it's really hard to get it off, and sometimes it just, like this time, machine oil and poof, it is gone. Yay for me. But I had one machine, well, it was actually the crinkle finish, and somebody had done that to it. Yeah, forget it. It didn't come off. I mean, it did, but it left behind traces that, yeah, never. Okay, this piece right here, I'm going to clean that and get rather aggressive. You see how that's bubbled up and rough? And I actually have some silver paint. So I will take that back down to smooth and then just lightly dust it with some of the silver paint to fix that. And I see that it's got a little bit of a spot right there. I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'll fix the big fupa first. It won't be even noticeable thereafter. Okay, let me pause this so I can get the pan off the bottom of the machine. Okay, if you never saw it before, the bottom is quite skillfully attached to this particular machine. It's not just the center piece, it also has these other two pieces as well. So I've tipped it over on its side so that I can remove that. Yeah, that was a challenge. I was expecting it to just pop right off of there. And it looks like there's been some moisture in this machine. Yep. Oh, there went my little bolt. Definitely we had moisture at some time or another, which does not surprise me. When these little guys kind of get discarded and disregarded, they get put in a place where they get wet. Okay, now how is that little bugger? Alright, let me pause this a second. I need 2 hands, please. Okay, so what we have is a slot. Can you see that? No, I've got the wrong end too, so don't quote me. Alright, you can see the slot. So you're going to want to remove this. It attaches right into the bottom of the machine, which is what I suspected. Alright, we have some dust bunnies. A nice little spider attachment. But it looks like the iron oxide is confined to the pan area. So you can see that. It's just maybe where a little moisture ended up dripping and just causing a little bit of rust on the pan. Let's see what we got here. Let me get the flashlight. What did I do with the flashlight? Ah, flashlight, come here. Come here. Okay. We do have some yucky gookies. I'm going to have to get the little brush and the vacuum going and remove that. It almost looks like possible. It is definitely iron oxide. It has the look of iron filings, but definitely it's had some moisture coming up. I'm suspecting coming up from the bottom. Nothing bad. See a little bit of iron oxide there on the fan. The motor looks good. Okay. Let me pause this again for a moment. I will take my little handy dandy brush and my vacuum and clean that up. Okay. Huh. I didn't even hit the unpause button. It like read my mind. That was weird. Maybe I like looked at it wrong. Okay, here we are back. And as you can see, that's looking much better just with a little bit of brushing. So what I suspect, you know, Aunt Gertie died, leaving her beautiful Singer Spartan to the family, and well, nobody knew what to do with it, and it sat in somebody's garage. And as these things go, it sat in somebody's garage, and then it got a little bit of moisture. You can see on the bottom of these feet that the screws are all, well, except for the ones on this side. So this was the low side. This is where the most moisture occurred in the pan as well. So just a little bit of iron oxide has developed from a small moisture incident. Okay, so all these areas that need just a drop of oil will get it, and I will probably leave the pan off to clean it, and I'll skip right to, I'll put me a towel or some newspaper on top of my table here so that I can effectively test this machine out, because I will clean this up before I put it back. Come on, focus for me, please. Back together. All right, so let's do that. And I will actually, I will come back to this video. We'll go ahead and call this a shoot. I was going to show you this little spot right here. I've got to clean. Let me see if I can get that to focus. Oh, come on. I've got to do a little bit of cleaning on that. Of course, that will be on my external portion of cleaning, but you see that knot there? Screw, bolt. Anyway, that thing. It's got some iron oxide on it and a little bit of crunchy stuff. So I'm going to clean that up on the external portion of cleaning this, and we'll come back with getting her running. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.